Are we here?
We're here.
We're here. But I'm not
Is it
wearing my
on?
hat.
Is this on?
I'm blinding people with my head here. I gotta put my hat on.
You got to throw a hat on, your Donkey Kong hat.
First of all,
Get
everyone.
The Donkey Kong hat.
First of all,
I got my SpaceX hat on.
You do. Welcome, everyone. Next episode of Kickin' Old Skool. Once again, down to the microsecond. We're going to do behind the scenes next time. I know Super Game Room Dudes kind of does it once in a while. We're going to do it behind the scenes because, you know, I had this thing set up like half hour ago, 45 minutes ago, an hour ago. Everything's fine. Then all of a sudden, my camera froze. Steve's camera froze on my side. And it just became pandemonium. And again, like at 7:59 Eastern time, things finally got working again. The live chat's working. Everything's kind of working. So, couple things.
You can do a show just on that alone, the prep thing.
And that's it.
We could do a show just for that.
That is. So, first of all, I just want to say that, you know, thank God it's Friday, Kickin' Old Skool. That's why we're all here. Yeah. We made it another week through the work week.
We survived another week.
I see Jason
M. We're getting old.
Jason M is here. Jason M won my 10,000. One of the two people who won my 10,000 subscriber contest. I don't know if he received the item yet, but that was shipped out to him. Jen, how you doing out there? But I would remember that
Jen.
We are having a good time, and it's Friday nights. Now, this coming Monday is Memorial Day here in the U.S., okay? Memorial Day is a time where we honor the fallen, basically, the people who fought for the freedoms that we have here. And I just want to say, you know, people celebrate. Obviously, they barbecue. They have a good time. All I'm asking is on Monday, just take a little time. Just remember the people in the military who are there today and the people
that sacrificed themselves.
And the people who did the ultimate sacrifice against, well, what evils that happened in the world to defend. So we could be here on YouTube and doing these type of things. I personally can't ever repay it. My father was in the military. I'm not sure, Stephen, if you had any family in the
military. I had my grandmother's brother.
Right.
He was in the Second World War, and he passed away over there. So I never got to really know him or anything. So he was a scout on a motorcycle. So he'd go ahead, find the enemies, and come back and tell everybody where he saw. But one day he didn't come back, so that kind of sucked. So
Right.
here in Canada, we do it in November on Remembrance Day, which is pretty much the equivalent of Memorial Day in the U.S. So us, it's just before Christmas, and you guys, it's May 26th, or not 26th, on Tuesday. What would that be? The end of May, I guess.
Jason M. And this guy's got everything. He said his dad was on one of the ships during the blockade of the Cuban Missile Crisis. You know, we were on the
Wow.
brink of World War III. You know, with that. So Jason,
I heard that. Yeah.
Big kudos out.
Wasn't it Nixon that went pissed off everybody there?
Well, no, that was Kennedy. That was during Kennedy's time.
Oh, really?
Missile Crisis.
Those Kennedys, they screw up Star Wars. They screw up wars. They screw up.
Oh my God! I didn't even link that. Oh my God!
That last name, man, is synonymous with a lot of crap.
So anyway, Jason, again, congratulations on winning the prize. Both gifts went out. I'm glad he said it got there about 30 minutes ago. You know, gaming is fun. Gaming is fun. Movies are fun. We joke. We have a good time. But just remember on Monday to just give a little thought to these people who have given the ultimate
Moment of
sacrifice.
silence, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Now, I asked Steven again before the show if he's seen Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, and he still has not seen it.
I've just been busy. And I don't even know if it's still at the theater here. I'll have to check.
It probably is. It's doing really well.
Yeah, that's what I heard. It's doing better than The Little Mermaid, apparently. So.
Oh, is that supposed to be a shocker? It's not a shocker to me.
No, I'm joking. And apparently, Indiana Jones 5 is not doing so well.
We're gonna get into all that in a second. But first, we always have to go through our chat and just welcome the people who came in. We have
you do
Adam,
it this week.
Adam's here. Paul, Stephen, why are you in the chat? You're next to me. You don't need to be in the chat. King is here.
Welcome,
John, Paul, Pliskin's Run. Always happy to see you, buddy. And no, I have not seen that yet. Asked me about Warcraft. I haven't seen it yet. Stephen is here. I lost my eyeglasses. This is my third pair of eyeglasses I've lost, so I'm kind of hard to see here.
Jason M, Jennifer, Papa Brad's Gaming, Jason M, Zero Redux, Paul Barnes. He's like Norm from Cheers for us. He's got his seat. Jeff D, Rocky Mountain Fuzz, Andy's Game Room. Again, my cousin Sean, Nooner, Carl O, Paulington, I want to say. Thor KC, Nooner, Hobby Hands. The regulars are here.
Good.
There's more pouring in, obviously, because I see the counter of who's watching going up. So,
and we appreciate you guys every week. Now, I do watch Doomcock. You know, I was actually watching him. He had 6 subscribers when I
okay. So for the people that have no idea, when you just said Doomcock,
yes.
So on YouTube, he's a YouTuber called Overlord DVD. If you search for Overlord DVD, he calls himself Doomcock.
You know why he had to do that? Going. He was always called Doomcock. He had to change to Overlord DVD because YouTube was removing his channel because he called himself Doomcock. So, but he's still called Doomcock. He's still called Doomcock, but they were going to pull it.
So weird.
Right.
So describe to the folks who he is.
Right.
Like for people that have no idea who he is.
He's kind of like what we're doing on a much smaller scale. I mean, he's got, I think, 300,000, close to 300,000 subs at this point. But
we're on the smaller scale, not him.
Pop culture. Protecting our icons, protecting the legacy characters, and not being woked out of existence. And he's been talking for a long time about.
He's got spies in the industry.
He does, and they've always pretty much come down pretty accurate. Him, whoever he knows, but he's been talking about Indiana Jones 5 for some time now. Lucasfilm only has a couple of they're big properties. But there's a couple. He's got this thing called Star Wars. You know, that's one of their properties.
Yep.
Willow, not huge, but Willow still has fans. It has Indiana Jones. That's, you know, some people seem to kind of like Indiana Jones.
I love Indiana Jones.
And, of course, the biggest of all, Howard the Duck. I mean, who cannot
He's a Marvel character, I'll have you know.
He would. Well, if you watch this new movie, you would know more about him. In any case.
He makes an appearance?
I'm not saying he is.
Does he have intercourse with Leia Thompson from Back to the Future?
I'm not saying. You got to watch. You got to see it.
I got to watch. I'm gonna go see it. Never saw Willow. I haven't seen Willow in a long time.
Well, first of all, if you've seen Star Wars, just put it back in medieval times with horses, and that's Willow.
It's basically what it is.
It is.
And the star of the show is an Ewok from Jedi. So
exactly. Yes, exactly. But in any case, so he's been talking about Indiana Jones 5 for quite some time, and it was the horrors of what he was telling people were abound. Basically, that Indiana Jones was going to be killed off in the past. It's a Dial of Destiny. It's a time travel movie. He was going to be killed in the past, and his niece, who has already been berating him throughout the entire film, takes his hat, and everything Indiana Jones did is not done by him. It's now done by her. So they're gonna. Kathleen Kennedy was not only going to ruin Indiana Jones 5, she was wiping him from existence entirely and
Yeah.
putting his niece as the person who now did all these great things from the.
She does a lot of that. She did it in Star Wars when she killed off Han Solo. So that same character or the same actor got killed twice. Once in The Force Awakens in Indiana Jones. I haven't seen Indiana Jones, but from the rumors, like, what the hell? That woman's out to get men. Is she married?
I don't know. I don't know.
He's a
But
poor husband, man. He was.
all she seems to be able to do is take the old properties, destroy them, try and put in her woke agenda into it, and
Well,
pass it off as something that's awesome. Now on Rotten Tomatoes, it was released a few weeks, I think a week and a half, 2 weeks ago now, to critics.
it's not out yet. No,
No, not for us.
Paul's asking if it's
It is
out.
not. But for critics, it is. It's not out to the end, I think, of June 30th.
Nobody liked it, apparently.
Apparently, they ripped it to shreds. Those are the critics. Those are the people who have the noses right up there. And
Oh
they
yeah,
all
the brown
said,
nosers are all there. Yeah.
They all said, except for two. Two people said it was phenomenal. So we know those two. They're getting a paycheck from Kathleen Kennedy. But basically, the problem is this movie's still getting released, so it's still going to be canon, and it's going to completely destroy. Like for me, Star Wars is dead, and Star Trek is dead. Those are my franchises. They killed it off. I'll watch my legacy films, but outside of that, all these new Star Trek shows and all these Star Wars films.
Poor Zero Redux. He's jumping off the edge of a cliff there. With if we're serious, it's like
yeah, that was the plot. That was the plot.
Oh, not this. Oh,
the plot of the Indiana. Now they changed it a number of times. We don't know how much of that survived within reshoots, but the plot of the film was Indiana Jones finds this Dial of Destiny with his niece, goes back in time and relives some of his adventures. But at the end, he gets killed off, passes off his hat. She takes the hat, and everything we saw from the very first film on was now done not by our Indiana Jones. It's done by her. He's wiped from existence, which is what should happen to episode 5, 6, and 7 of Star Wars. I mean, sorry.
I'm going to steal a line from Short Round. You lie, Dr. Jones. You cheat. You cheat, Dr. Jones. You cheater.
Well, they are doing a redo of Escape from New York. That's true, Hobby Hand. So, but I'm going to admit, Escape from LA was already an abomination for me. That was horrible. I felt bad for that one. But it just comes to the point of they can't think of anything new. They're not only rehashing it. I can understand if you rehash it. I mean, like look at RoboCop.
It's almost like the idea bubble is dry.
Right.
Like it's so sad. Like I don't think
they
ideas are
RoboCop,
that.
And I didn't like it. The classic.
I didn't like it.
I didn't like it either. But at least it kind of stayed close to at least it. It was more special effects.
It was a reboot, meaning they kind of ignore things. But apparently, people didn't like it. Right? I didn't like it. I didn't hate it, but I didn't like it. Now
I watched it
the
once.
video game's coming out in a few months.
Well, like Total Recall, they rebooted that. I didn't care for it myself. I liked the original,
I guess,
but I watched it once. But see, I can watch those once because I watched it. Okay, these films, 7, 8, and 9 of Star Wars, this Indiana Jones film, I don't even want to watch it. I don't want to know about it. I don't want other people to watch it. I think they're abominations. I hope that totally craps out down the bottom.
We're gonna get our blood pressure all pumped up with this crap, and damn you, Kathleen Kennedy, for upping our blood pressure.
It's just like
it's sad. It's really sad. Like,
well, here's the thing: if this does in fact bomb and crash as much as I think it's going to, she's got to go. Even Star Wars theory, I don't even know how she's got to go.
I don't even know how come that woman's still there. I really don't understand it.
She has something on somebody.
Oh, what? Like murder? Like
well,
how bad can it be?
She did work for Lucas, and she also worked for Spielberg. Maybe she's got some info on him. I don't know. I really don't know.
If that's the case, then fine. But whatever. I just think she needs to get the hell out of there. I think Favreau and Filoni need to drive the boat on Star Wars, and that's it. That's all. It's
And real quick, Paul, this is yes for the movie they did recently, Everywhere All at Once. Which was actually
everybody, everything, all at once, or
right.
something like that.
He did
Yeah,
win it for that, and it wasn't bad. I enjoyed
it
it.
was a good movie. I thought it was really good.
It went on a little bit
It was
long.
out
I think
there.
it got long. The hot dog fingers for me was a little bit.
It was funny. Jamie Lee Curtis with the hot dog fingers. Come on, what's not to like? It was very creative to me.
It was.
It showed the creativity that could be. Because in the 80s, dude, if you remember, we got all kinds of weird shit back then. The hot dog fingers holds not even a candle to that weird stuff like Leprechaun and weird, what was the one thing? I saw this one trailer for the 80s, Sex something rather, whatever.
Did we put the hobby hands put there?
A new A-Team. Well, they already redid the all-girl.
All-girl
what are they going to do? Have this one woman with a mohawk or something? Like, what the hell? And then jewelry heavier than
Kathleen Kennedy killed the dinosaurs.
Yeah, she probably did. It's so bad. Like, and we get upset over these things, but I'm going to say it time and time again, Glenn. When you go touch a franchise or something that's been out already, it's a roadmap. Follow it, continue it, whatever. But don't insult it by. You could just like take the idea, make it your own, because you didn't come up with that idea. At least respect the idea. You know what I mean? That's the way I feel about stuff like that. Don't just take somebody's thing and redo it. Isn't there another remake of White Man Can't Jump or something like that? E2 or something?
Yeah, that's being worked on. I'm not sure about how soon that is being released, but yes.
I was looking at that going, really? Come on, guys, come up. You couldn't come up with a different movie than that, really.
See, and that's right there. That's what Doomcock says. Read that. What is he saying there, Mike X?
Cultural vandalism.
That's exactly what it is. Exactly what it is.
Come up with your own damn ideas is what I say.
They can't. That's the problem. They can't. And
That's
what
sad.
happens is you hear these names, you hear A-Team, you hear Star Wars, you hear Star Trek. That nostalgia is what they're banking on. And then they're subverting your expectations. It's a big word, but it's all bullshit because you go there and it's trash. The stories don't make sense. They're nonsensical stories. They're plot points where I go like this, and I pull out a lightsaber. That's not how the Force works. You don't transmit lightsabers through that.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yeah. It's I don't know, man. It'll make the Star Wars fans turn in their graves when they get older.
Well, again, what gets me is like I hear like young kids saying, "Oh, the movie was pretty good. I enjoyed it." No, you got to watch I hate to sound like my dad, but you got to watch the original. You got to watch the original because that's
even though the special effects weren't great, but still, go watch it. It's still pretty good. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if I've ever seen okay, put in the chat, guys, if you've seen a remake or a reboot or whatever be better than the original. I want to know. I can't think of any right now. Can you, Glenn? Put in the chat. If there's a movie that the remake was better, let us know.
I can't think of a single one.
Me neither.
Can't think of anything.
Like Chip, Starsky, and Hutch. They remade that. It was more of a freaking joke. Dukes of Hazzard, same thing.
Okay. The Brady Bunch films, they weren't so bad. I mean, they were pretty funny,
man.
They were pretty good. I'll give them that.
But some of them, they just sort of make fun of it in a sense. You know what I mean? Like Dukes of Hazzard with Stifler and Buddy Boy there. Well, they're just making fun of the whole thing. You know what I mean?
That's it.
Yeah. Hey, Booker and Lennis.
Assignments here. Thor KC's here. BA joined. Sean. So I had new people coming in, so I want to make sure we say welcome to everyone. Let's change gears just for a second because I feel my blood pressure going up with this.
Because
it's
we gotta watch it at our age,
Well, my blood pressure's already been up there. I'm trying to get it down. I had my physical last Friday. Remember?
Turn your head and cough.
Right? Yeah. So I don't need my blood pressure going up. So if anyone's in New Jersey, we got a super chat. Hold on. Hobby Hands. Katie Scaroff at Starbucks. Okay, well, I'm going to be honest. Yeah, but I still was not into that. They took characters. Boomer too. They took Boomer, made it a woman. It was okay. I still thought the new Battlestar Galactica storyline was crappy. They had a number of chances where they could have wiped out the Cylons, and then they're like, "Oh no, that wouldn't be the right thing to do." They killed like 50 billion humans, babies, dogs, kitty cats, nuked them, and then they
Yeah.
they wouldn't do it. It got me. It really annoyed me, and there were a lot of different plot holes that didn't work. See, if it basically take it easy. I do have to take it easy. So let's switch gears just for a second. So please, Hobby Hands, thank you for the super chat as always.
Yep. Yep.
So if you're in the Clifton, New Jersey area tomorrow, let me open this up over here.
Drive your hiney.
Do I get it over here?
Are you going to be there signing autographs and kissing babies, or what are you doing?
Perhaps. Of course, something always breaks. So let me see if I can find this over here. Where is it? My Chrome window is not chroming.
So Widow, the 70s King Kong, showed more skin. Casino Royale and Ocean's 11 remakes were good. I didn't see the new Ocean's 11. I saw Casino Royale. I didn't know it was a remake, to be honest.
Really?
Yep. And Simon says he's anxious to meet you guys tomorrow.
Oh, he's going to be going. So for some reason, something always breaks. I can't get it to work. So it's called NAVA, and it's a digital press video games in Clifton, New Jersey. And I will be there. And actually, one of my partners.
I will not. I live too far.
Too far. But Gary Campbell, one of my partners who actually helped me work on the GRS Build-A-Cade, will be there. So when I go there, I'm going to have some GRS Build-A-Cades. I'm going to have the brand new GRS Sinden shotgun. I'm going to have my Akari Warriors controller there. I'm going to have my Star Wars.
It's not called a GRS shotgun. No.
Oh, I'm sorry. The Thunder Stick? Is that what are we using?
The boomstick.
The boomstick. So I'll be there with a bunch of things.
Boomstick.
And we'll have some giveaways. There'll be some giveaways going on as well. I'm really annoyed that my Chrome is. Let me see if I can fix it real quick. Just keep it on the super chat, maybe other chats, and see.
Oh, Hoppy Hand said something that almost get him kicked in the thing. Ghostbuster 2016 was awesome. I think he's being extremely sarcastic, but that's borderline get kicked out of the channel there.
Here it is. Let's see. There we go. Hey, I got it working. There
Simon
we go.
wants to know if they can sample them.
What's that?
Simon, the guy that's gonna go see you guys tomorrow,
Yes.
probably. He wants to know if he can sample them.
They'll be there to play.
You're bringing.
They're going to be set up to play. So
they'll be hooked up. All right.
They'll all be hooked up. So the GRS Flight Yoke will be there to play. The Build-A-Cade will be there. The GRS Boomstick shotgun will be there. The Akari Warriors game will be set up there. So yes, they'll be set up to actually play. There'll be some competitions there. But here is.
I wish I can go.
It should be pretty fun. So this is here, Digital Press Video Games, where it's being held at, and it's the NAVA North Atlantic Video Game Aficionados. Remember, I'm Italian. I can't say certain words too well. But I'll be there 1 o'clock is when it really starts. 1 o'clock to 10 p.m. Eastern time. So if you guys are in the area, please stop down. I'll be there. Gary will be there. And we'll chilling, talking, chatting, playing some games. And that's tomorrow. So
get some pictures of Glenn.
Well, here's the address right here.
Social media.
So here's the address right here. I'll put this in the chat.
That's a bit small for me, but
that's what she told you. But that's not my problem, buddy boy. You got to deal with that. So it should be fun. It should be fun.
Bill said he was going.
Who's going?
I don't know. Paul's asking. Didn't Bill say he was going? I don't know what he means by that.
Maybe he means Bill from Bill's Retro Gaming Show. He lives 20 minutes from me. So if he goes down there, that'd be pretty awesome to see him down there. Planet of the Apes. Oh, you know what? Okay, here's one. Zero Redux actually went to the bottom of the barrel here, but maybe not. So
Planet of the Apes.
The new ones weren't bad. I will say that. They were, the classics are still better, but the last three that they did, they changed some things around a little bit.
I didn't mind them, to be honest.
No, and actually I've watched them a few times. So Zero Redux, you may have hit it on that. That might be the only one.
Yeah.
But
they're far and few between. Let's just say that.
Yeah, but they were well done. They were. And would we consider, like, The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings, are they remakes? I mean, they had them animated. Will you consider, because they were very good, would we consider them remakes? Or are they just
I don't know,
the first live action ones? But in the chat, what do you guys think? They had the animated Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings, which were classics, but the live action ones were one of the favorite things I enjoy. But are they considered a rehashing of it, or is it really because one's animated and one's live action? It's really not the same thing.
Yeah, it's I love the Lord of the
Luna's got
Rings
another
movies,
couple
so.
here. The Fly there was Jeff Lowgroom.
Was there a remake of The Fly?
Yeah,
Oh, that's right. It was a 50s movie.
correct.
That's right.
And the Little Shop of Horrors. So you know what,
Yeah.
Nooner, you might be right.
Rick Moranis was in the new one, right?
He was. And we have Don
Yeah.
of all time saying that the other two, Lord of the Rings, was not a remake. Same with Pliskin's Run. Lost in Space, I'm gonna have to say I was not a fan of the TV show or the movie. I thought they kind of missed the mark on both. The movie was silly, and the TV series was nonsensical. It made no sense. They weren't really ever lost in space. The robot, it was just kind of weird for me. Again, I grew up on the classic where bad guys were carrots and tomatoes with like eyes. That was the original. But I'm sure they have their fans. I'm sure they do have their fans. Invasion, another one. Yeah, okay. We're getting some here. Invasion of the Body Snatchers, 56 and 78. 78 was a pretty good remake. So
Yep.
actually,
No,
some
I
people
agree.
have done it right. Now, He-Man, the He-Man movie was not very good. The animated ones are good, but the He-Man movie, Skeletor, all that stuff was just a miss. Although, what's her name was in it? She looked really good. Courtney Cox. Before she did all that makeup and pulled her face back like this now. But that was pretty good. The Transformers, I think all the new movies suck. That's just me. I'm not a fan of any of the new movies. I think they're all bad. I don't mind the CGI. I think they changed too much of them, especially Megatron. The guy's a gun, a pistol. So for me, the G1 Classic is the only Transformers. That's just me. I mean, I'm totally fine if someone else likes it, and a lot of people do, but I do not like the new Transformers. I had high hopes when the first trailer came out for that first Transformers film. I was psyched when it stepped on the, I think it was one of the Mars rovers, Curiosity, like one stepped on it. I was like, oh, this is gonna be great. And I was disappointed. I was very disappointed. Flash Gordon.
It wasn't
okay.
bad.
Pliskin's here, another one. It was a 1930s, 40s serial. I mean, I like the 1980s Flash Gordon like nobody's business. So that's another good one. So kudos, a good one, yes. Yes, Lost in Space with Joy from Friends, I agree. Yeah, it was a pass for me. Bumblebee's opening scene when they were on Cybertron.
I haven't seen the movie Bumblebee.
Okay, well, I will say that the Bumblebee one in the beginning, the Optimus Prime, the war that happened like that, okay, that I liked. That's one small section out of all of it. Like Bumblebee got his voice back, and he lost his voice, and what happened? So,
they explained it in there, I guess.
I don't know. Scarface. Now was Scarface a remake? I didn't know that. I didn't know Scarface was a remake. Well, you have to admit, then the Al Pacino Scarface. Let me show you to my little friend.
Say hello to my little friend.
Say hello to my little friend. Thank you.
It's all right. I mean, in the end, there's some, but they're very far and few between. I would say out of 100 movies, we're talking less than 5.
Here's another one. Here's another one. Hobby
The
Hands.
Thing.
The thing in the first film was a carrot.
Well, there's 3
It was
things.
a carrot.
There's no, but was it a carrot?
That's what he looked like. He looked like a freaking carrot.
So, but then the thing that came out a few years ago is a prequel or
that was the one with the Russian base. Because with the dog that infected the U.S. base came from the Russian base. The Russian was trying to kill the dog, and they shot him, thinking he was just crazy.
Okay.
So yeah,
that's the new one or whatever. The one that came out, like, I want to say less than 10 years ago or whatever.
Well, the first Scarface was 1932. Nooner. I honestly, I was born.
I had no idea.
I didn't know that.
You weren't born around then. 1932.
I think someone saw your T-shirt, Steven. We got Keith said nice T-shirt. Stand up a little bit.
Oh.
I adore my 64.
Love my shirt. Love my Commodore stuff.
Oh, this was good too. The Memoirs of an Invisible Man. Man,
isn't that what was the one that Kevin Bacon was in? He was invisible. What was that one called again?
I think it was the Memoirs of an Invisible Man. That was it.
No, it had a weirder name. Somebody
it
on
did.
chat will correct us.
Keith
I was
wants me
going to say the
sing some
Lawnmower
more
Man,
about
but it's
my
not the Lawnmower
64.
Man.
If I'm going to sing, I got to sing the right
The
way.
theme song of that.
Yeah, I got to. Let's see. Hold on a second. I'm going to find it. Ready? I adore my 64, and I only watch it on Kickin' It Old Skool.
Wow, make anybody sound good, eh? Hollow Man. So Zero
Hollow
Redux got it.
Man. There we go. Hollow Man.
Yeah, I know it had a weird name to it. It wasn't like just. But I know there's an Invisible Man, a newer one, but
There
it's
is.
like a horror movie.
Pliskin just got it here. How the hell did we miss this one?
Superman.
How did we miss that? Christopher Reeves.
Yeah, but it was. Yeah, but that's just like a character, and there's like 16 different Superman out there in a sense.
True.
You know what
True.
I mean? Like there's Brandon Routh, Henry Cavill, Christopher Reeve, James Reeve, or whatever, Jim Reeves, or whatever his name was, the guy from the 50s or whatever, in black and white when he was flying.
That was
and,
it was
it was
Reeves.
a TV show.
It was.
Yeah, Jim Reeves or something like that. I forget his name, but and then there was Lois and Clark. It was like Dean Cain, and it's like shit, man. The list goes on and on.
Window,
George Reeves. There
Blob,
you go.
The Blob.
Dawn of Time. The Blob.
The 80s.
The one in the 80s was
one,
okay.
The 50s one didn't scare me at all. The one in the 80s did scare me a little bit. So yeah, I could agree with that. I can agree with that.
Incredible Hulk. Or
the
both
Incredible
were terrible.
Hulk, they were terrible. I couldn't when they did the screams. I was like, what the hell are they thinking?
The one with Eric Bana in it, right? The one from Ang Lee or whatever his name is, or that did the comic strip looking thing.
Yes, couldn't stand it. Could not stand it.
Yeah, it was okay. That's when they did the first CGI Hulk.
Yeah, I couldn't.
It was okay, but I think Ruffalo does a good job, and nobody will beat Lou Ferrigno in my book.
Paul, I have tried to get Gary on the show. He doesn't like coming in public a lot, so I'm actually happy he's going to be coming out to the NAVA convention tomorrow. But I have asked him. I even said we'll just do voice, just talk. We'll put a little bobblehead on here, something like that. But so far, maybe if we all ask him to come on the show, Gary will come on the show. That would be kind of great. The Italian Job and Gone in 60 Seconds. Yeah.
Italian Job's a remake. Gone in 60 Seconds with Cage. The other one had Buddy there, Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch in it there. Italian Job, wasn't it?
I don't remember.
Mark Wahlberg?
I don't remember.
Yeah,
look
I think
at this.
it
Look
was.
at this. Hobby Hands.
Well,
He just picked up a Vic 20 with a white 1541 2 days ago.
wow.
What did you pay for that? See, the only Commodore product I own are a bunch of Amigas.
Amigas.
I never got a PET, although I want one. I never got a Vic.
Vic 20, 64.
Or 64, 128. Never had any of them.
I've got a Commodore 16 hanging around somewhere. And then there's a +4.
Right.
That was it was a whole weird,
There is.
Only Amiga. My buddy Keith.
Yeah, that's
loves the Amiga.
I gotta say, if you've never used an Amiga, I feel sorry for you. The Amiga.
Oh yeah.
Past, present,
to me, it's the best computer
of all time. It will always be. It's still live and kicking today, and I will always extend to the Atari 8-bit line. The 4 and 800 are the granddaddies and the grandparents of the Amiga. So that whole line is, again, I want to see.
Got them all. My friend Keith has them all.
It's what he said.
He's got every.
Yeah, where does he live?
does.
Where does he live? What's his address?
North Bay.
Okay, I'll stop over there.
Yeah, you want to drive there? I dare you. You might as well drive to the North Pole and come up here at the same time.
Well, here's the thing. We had, like, the Tetris movie did so well. It was good. I mean, there was a little embellishments here and there, but it was really, really good. There's so much.
$100. He says he got cassette drive, 4 carts, Vic 20, and the 1541.
That is pretty
That's
good.
a good deal. Yeah.
Or saying the Atari era. There's so many stories of espionage and backstabbing and crazy stuff that went back there. You had like Apple. Apple wouldn't have existed if not for Atari. They stole a lot of components off the assembly line to build their first Apples. Now, they did go to Nolan Bushnell and offer it, and he turned it down, which he said was one of his biggest regrets. But that happened. You had Atari and Fairchild. Fairchild came out with the first cartridge-based console, but Atari was working on theirs. They stole the name a little bit.
There's a lot of stuff that were bad decisions back then.
Well, they were
It's
always high on
unfortunate.
cocaine and marijuana and hot tubs with the ladies. So
Yeah,
that was the good
that'll
stuff.
make bad decisions all day long. But yeah, that's the thing. My friend Keith, to go on, he's got every single one. The 1000 all the way up to the 4000. I think he's even got a 4000 tower, a 3000 tower. He's got all the
Well, I admit,
rarities and stuff like
when
that.
Commodore
It's
went
pretty
belly
cool.
up, I sold a lot of my Amigas in a tantrum. I was pissed. And I
Yeah.
had a lot that I gave away for practically
Goofy
nothing.
Foot might have made it.
Ah!
He made it at shy of 20 minutes left.
That's okay.
25 minutes left.
You
Hey,
only
it's all good.
You only need 2 minutes of Kickin' Old Skool to get the nostalgia factor back in. That's all you
Yeah,
gotta
it's
worry
your
about.
weekly fix. That's what
That's
it
it.
is. That's what we call it.
That's it.
So
So Jen got me this new show recently called, I don't forget if you heard it out there. I thought it was a new show. Apparently it's like 20 years old. Weeds. Have you heard of
it's
this
great.
show?
Oh yeah, I watched it all. It's awesome.
Yeah,
It's great.
I'm hooked. I mean, I had no idea the show was 20
Dude,
years
wait till
old.
the end. The end, it'll blow your mind. You'll be like, what season yet?
I think we're in the 3rd of season 2. He just got his like toes bit off.
Oh yeah. No, wait till
the
later.
Rexer's here.
It'll
Hey Rex.
check this out, Glenn.
Yes.
Wait till the kids grow up. It'll blow your mind.
Well,
it's pretty.
I mean,
It's pretty good.
The show right now, I'm finding very entertaining from beginning to end.
Watch it. Just watch it.
Really
it's
good.
awesome.
So if anyone has not seen Weeds, I think we're watching it on HBO Max.
It was HBO show.
Oh no!
Before, yeah.
We're watching it on Peacock.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
it is a good show for sure.
So I'm very, very good show. I'm still waiting for friggin' Invincible to come out, season 2. That's driving me nuts.
I want the what is it? The 4th season of The Boys too to come out. Did you watch all of it?
Yeah, The Boys
and everything.
Boys is a good show. Invincible's like an animated. They're both rip-offs of Dragon Ball Z, in my opinion. But
yeah.
But good show.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm glad the Rexer. It's early for him. He must have left because of the holiday. Rexer probably got out of work a little bit early. He never gets here on time. He's always burning the midnight oil at the office.
Well, he can listen to us in his car. Maybe he was listening. He couldn't really chat and drive, I guess. All the 2600 stuff, computers.
Yeah, I've been looking for an Atari ST forever, but either they're in bad shape or they're way too much money. So I'm waiting to find someone to go in their attic.
I've never had the desire. I have it on my Mr. FPGA, loaded it up. I couldn't even look at the interface. That's how bad it was. I was looking at it going, what were they smoking over there?
It's the low res.
It's bare minimum.
It was bare minimum. But remember, the ST was built from like concept to out the door in like 9 months. The Amiga was
the OS.
They were working on the Amiga for like 4 years for that sucker came out.
And it shows too.
Well, it does. I mean,
but you know what's funny is that the Atari ST got a lot of the Amiga games over the course of its life. Like if one was released on one, it was more than likely on the other one too, right?
Well, Kongs, don't feel bad. I never saw or heard about it either. Jen just goes, "You gotta watch the show." And I'm like, "I don't want to watch the show. I don't want to watch the show." Longest time. No. And now I'm
dude,
hooked.
There's all kinds of crazy stuff in that show. Like, wait till they go to Mexico and all that. You fucking. I don't want to spoil it, but it's funny.
Well, I saw she went to Mexico once. Oh no.
Yes, I'm a UI snob.
I was over her house and it was season 4, episode like 9 or something like that. So I saw that and I'm like, let's just watch it from here. She's like, no. You got to watch it from the beginning.
Yeah. It's really good. It's worth it. I thought in the end it got a little sloppy a little bit, but it got pretty dark at the end.
It's got 8 seasons. So I think anytime you start getting that long in the tooth, you probably should quit while you're ahead. Unless it's the 8th season of Kickin' It Old Skool because, well, it's old school stuff. And that's why you're supposed to be here watching the show.
That's right. Yep. And the new It movies. Apparently, I like the new It movies, Hobby Hands. Have you ever watched the new It movies?
Personally, I don't find it scary at all.
Oh, they're not scary. They're just cool.
I'm going to be honest. I just didn't care for it all. If anything, the old It, just because it was like a B Stephen King B movies like
Yeah.
the favorite movie I have two. Pet Cemetery was
You
a
don't
little
want to
bit on the
stick your
scary side.
you don't want to stick your hand down the drain anyways
Come
anymore.
here, little
So
kid. I'll guide you through here.
yeah, exactly. Blood
Um,
squirting out and everything. Yeah. But
it was,
Pet Cemetery, you
Pet
were saying,
Cemetery
has a
was
remake too, right?
they did, but what was the other one? With the vehicles, Maximum Overdrive. I mean, it wasn't scary, but I enjoyed it. There's
Great
there's very few
soundtrack from
films.
AC/DC.
Oh, I love AC/DC. Love AC/DC.
The
Absolutely love it.
Stand remake.
So
Yeah.
again, I want to mention once again, for people joining late.
Yes.
One of the topics for today is this Monday in the U.S. is Memorial Day. All I'm asking is
Yep.
you just take a few minutes on Monday between the barbecues and partying with your friends. Just sit back and just remember that many, many, many men and women around the world during the world wars, in other words, gave their lives to defend and get us to where we are today. That we have these
To
YouTube
fight the
channels.
turds of the world.
Absolutely, we have game consoles. If Hitler took over, I highly doubt we'd have like video games or computers in the household.
We'd be living a different reality, Glenn.
Absolutely. So,
and you know what? What's interesting is that I came up with this thing, and I tell people, you and I don't know what really war is. We don't. We don't know what war is.
No.
We think we do. We watch it on TV. We saw Saving Private Ryan, whatever, but we conceptually do not understand what war
and that's why I'm
really
saying,
is.
take a few minutes to thank.
That's
people
right.
who are still alive, but a lot of people never came home. They laid their lives down, and you have people nowadays, which pisses me off. They don't stand for the flag, or they talk bad. I mean, you have freedom of speech. That's one of the
They don't
things.
understand the meaning of it. That's the
Right. I mean,
problem.
they have one of the freedoms is that, but guess what? My freedom of speech is just as valid as their freedom of speech. And I think this country has gotten to the point now where minority rules, where it really is supposed to be majority rules. Just because your kid played baseball and it didn't play good, my day you didn't get a trophy. You did good. You worked hard. You got a trophy. You don't get a trophy for showing up. I'm sorry. You don't get a trophy.
You get a trophy for working hard at it and
That's the
becoming
problem.
good at it.
People say, well, I deserve it. Well, why do you deserve it? Why? I've been doing YouTube for 10 years. I finally got 10,000 subs. I'm ecstatic. I shouldn't say 10 years. I still have 100,000 subs because I deserve it. That's what I want. That's not how it works.
That's a difference. You're not entitled. You're not an entitled person,
Fox
right?
is here, and Fox would agree with me. Spend a few minutes, thank a vet, and remember those who did not come home. Please.
In November in Canada, it's Remembrance Day. Not to one up anything. It's the same type of day.
We don't use that word here, Stephen.
What's that?
One up.
One up? Yeah, sorry.
That's not a word we use here.
Anyways, in November, we'll talk about it then. But in Canada, it's the equivalent for the folks. We always do a moment of silence and the respect for.
It is
essentially being able to walk down the street without being shot at.
Right. And that's
like some other countries, you walk down the street, you get shot at.
Well, that's
like
the
thing. Folks over in, Ukraine. These people were getting bombarded down the street in apartment buildings, all that stuff. You know what I mean?
Quick, hold on, Stephen, 1 second.
They know what war
Fox
is, but not us.
gives away T-shirts that he wears, people. So you want to win one. It's got the Fox scent on it. So you get those T-shirts. They're worth it. I want a T-shirt from Fox. But in any case, you were saying is absolutely right, Steve. Everyone has the right for free speech, but remember that goes both ways. You have your right to your opinion. I have right to mine. You talk like human beings. I think it's a thing that's lost more so on social media and on YouTube. Is people don't know how to have a discussion back and forth. It's if you don't agree with me, it becomes attacking. You're attacking.
You're the enemy or whatever.
It just means that your stance probably doesn't have enough legs to stand on. If you cannot defend your stance, like Kathleen Kennedy's movies suck. If I can't defend that, and you can prove me otherwise, and I start attacking you on a personal level because of that, I probably don't have enough legs to stand on. So again, discussion, totally fine. Difference in opinion, totally fine. Liking Kathleen Kennedy, that's not fine. Outside of that, you have a right to your opinion.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. But I'm a big believer in most people. I'm not saying everyone, but I would say about 98% of the population does not know what war is in North America.
No.
They have no clue. They
Well,
see it
we're
on
lucky.
TV, everything else, but we just don't know
Well, we're lucky.
what really happens there in a
We're
sense,
lucky because we're so isolated.
Oh, yeah.
We don't have an enemy of the North and South, although China apparently is making buddies with South America. So that may
Oh, yeah.
change.
That may change,
relatively
but
soon.
for now, we still don't know, right?
No.
We still don't know what war. Like I hear stories. My
Watch Red Dawn,
grandmother's
people.
brother.
Watch Red Dawn tonight.
The remake or the new
No,
one?
the remake's just horrible. The original.
Let's see. We were talking about remakes, so might as well, loves your cap for sure. But in the end, yeah, Memorial Day, do the right thing, and then take it from there. So what's at the theater? What's playing at the theater these days? So who made you laugh there?
Anytime you talk about farts and poop, I'm always going to laugh. So Pliskin got me with one day after Taco Bell. My went to war. Wolverines. Sorry.
Yep. That was an all-star cast. All those
was.
guys became like stars. So let's talk about what's at the
wait
theater.
a second. Two things real quick.
Come on.
First of all, Fox, no one travels more than you do, buddy. I'm glad you're home safe. But I think Jen and I are going to have an argument later. Is he saying that the remake of
Red Dawn
was good? That we may have a problem.
I haven't seen the new one just out of spite.
Don't do it to yourself.
I didn't bother. I was like, no, we're done.
Chris Hemsworth was in it, but that's not enough reason to watch it. I mean, he's hot. I got to admit, Chris Hemsworth is a hot guy. I'm man enough to say that.
I'm in touch with my appreciation. So let's talk about what's at the theater real quick.
Yes, go for it.
So here at this theater, I don't know what's playing out in your neck of the woods. Guardians of the Galaxy 3. It's still here, which is good.
See it.
Oh yeah, I will. And Fast X. I don't know what that. Jason Momoa was in there.
Fast X is the Fast and the Furious, the 10th one.
Oh, I know what it is, but it's like, why? Why is this still?
Paul is saying
keep going. I guess to keep making money. I guess, but
the Flash movie, I'm absolutely going to go to theater to see it. I have huge expectations right now. The trailers have me hooked.
Apparently, there's crazy cameos in the whole thing.
Yep. So yes.
And apparently, this is the movie that'll reboot the entire DC universe.
And it needs it badly.
Like the whole, was it James Gunn? He's just doing the whole thing. Apparently, the Flash screws it all up. Basically, I don't think it has a happy ending or anything.
If you watch the animated
crazy happy
DC,
ending,
and I'm a huge fan of the animated DC.
Oh, I've seen Flashpoint.
Paradox is kind of what this all was. So I hope they do. And I'm not a fan of the actor. I think he's a wackadoo. Complete wackadoo.
I prefer the TV actor of the Flash.
Well, same here. But
Grant Gustin,
and he was in the TV show. The movie actor was in one of the episodes during the Infinite Earth. They had the Crisis on Infinite Earth storyline.
That's right.
He was in it.
I saw it.
And I really don't
they
like
even had
him.
the guy from Smallville in there.
Yes. So, but this trailer has me so friggin' hooked. I mean, juicy hooked, which I haven't been since like Infinity War.
Like what's his face is coming back as Batman.
Mr. Mom himself.
Yeah, exactly. Michael Keaton. Yes, thank you. And apparently Ben Affleck's coming back to do a little bit of some Batman. So, anyways, enough of Fast X. Little Mermaid at the theater. What in the hell is that? Melissa McCarthy. What do you think of that? Maybe I'll skip it. Never mind. Next.
A whole new world of horror. Spend your money and watch it go away. I will ruin your childhood. Watch the new old movies. Coming out, save my life up there.
I'm just thinking the cringe that Jennifer is having go through her head right now.
I just got to text her actually.
That's funny. And then there's another one called Kandahar.
What's that?
Never
heard of it.
It's basically the guy from 300. I forget his name there. Gerard Butler. It looks like some war movie of something. That's at the theater here, so there's not many. There's 2 other theaters in renovations, I guess. But
Real quick, I have a question here from Bill. Question: will there be a major delay in the new iArcade control panel since iArcade is going dark potentially for months? All I can say is I'm just waiting for their thumbs up to go live. We're ready to go. We've been ready to go for a while. So as soon as our arcade says we're ready to go, we are ready like that. But I'm just waiting for their okay. That's it. Like any licensee or licensor, you always have to get approval for things to go through. I'm just waiting for them to give me the thumbs up. And as soon as they do, we are ready to rock. I'm sorry, Stephen. Go
cool. I'm just coughing. So yeah, there's I'm gonna go see Guardians. That's about the only thing on there
I have
that
to
I want
say
to.
this. There's a lot of movies I see like home, and I wish I saw it in the theater for that experience. Like the first Guardians of the Galaxy, I didn't think it was gonna be anything. I was disappointed I didn't see it in the theater. This film, you want to see in the theater. I really do
Cool.
believe you should see it in the theater. I really
When you go to Disney World, go to the Guardians of the Galaxy ride. It's awesome. It's a really good ride. For those of you that live close to
So
there,
is Tiffany down
go
in
check it out.
Bronx.
She's a good ride.
Yeah, very. Yes.
How do you know that?
I've been told.
Yeah. I'm asking for a friend.
Asking for a friend.
So basically, yeah. So what's at the theater over there? Anything that you've seen or
The only thing that
heard
matters,
of?
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. There's nothing else worth watching. Nothing.
Yeah, that's probably the only good thing out on the. And you know what? Mario's already out on streaming and everything.
They're closing
That's
Galactic
crazy.
Star Cruiser ride. Did you go on that when you were there? When you went to Disney?
No, the hotel. No, screw that, dude. That was like $4,000 for 2 days or some stupid
and that's
thing
why
like
it's
that. I don't know.
history. You have Rey and Kylo Ren and $6,000. What a joke! What a joke!
There was a guy that made a video or whatever, and it was he felt ripped off when he got out of there. It felt like it felt like a tourist trap kind of thing. They got you in this room and they're just taking your money. You know what I mean? So it's.
I remember like Star Tours they had in Disney, right? They had the very original one, the very first one, the movies they did. I enjoyed it. Then I went back with my son Cole, and that's when they had like, Darth Vader grabbing the ship, and someone in the audience was a rebel spy. That was phenomenal. Went back again, and it was Rey and Kylo Ren, and it sucked ass. I'm like, I don't.
Well, they rotate it now, eh?
They do.
Did you know that?
Yeah, but
so what they do is they have the Kylo Ren one,
don't bother.
which is kind of weak.
Don't bother.
No, but you go back again the same day, and it's a different one. I think there's like.
But you're missing the point. It
Oh,
sucks.
I know.
It sucks.
I know.
There should be no point.
No, but they got the classic ones in there, which is awesome.
You need those.
So what I did with my son is we went and my daughter, we went back in there like 3 times, and we saw the classic stuff, the Kylo Ren stuff, and then another classic one. No, it was a prequel one after actually. So we got to see one from each era, I guess we'll call it. It was fun. It was cool. But
it is fun, but not the Kylo Ren one. Sucked.
But the whole Star Cruiser thing, I'm so glad that didn't work out because there was people getting out of there going, "What is this?"
Yep.
Going to Disney wasn't so bad, but we went for the family to vacation.
I mean, I think it's like 110. I think my neighbor Mary Parker lives down there now, and she gets a discount for being a resident. Still like $110, and you're still waiting on line. Sometimes 2 hours. You could waste your whole time there waiting on these lines for these rides. It's not worth it.
You have to go reserve well in advance, and then you cut the line. But if you just show up, you're going to wait.
I mean, that was the good old days.
What we did is we reserved.
The good old days where you just hit your brother in the leg and you chipped his leg or something. So you had to be in a wheelchair. Then you got to hit a line. That's what you did back in the day.
Cripple here. Wheel him open for the
Here we go. Green 787 gave Guardians 3 a 7.5. I actually gave it more like a 9.5. I really enjoyed it. Pulled out a couple of heartstrings and points. I admit that. For me, I had a soft spot for a couple of scenes in there. So, but I really did enjoy it. So I didn't enjoy Black Widow. I didn't enjoy any of the Captain Marvel crap. I didn't care for Eternals or whatever it was. Eternals, the one when they were like
the Eternals is so bad.
That either. The Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania.
I liked it.
It was. I watched it once. It's forgettable.
I thought it was okay.
It's forgettable.
It's forgettable, but it was all right. You know what I mean?
But I really enjoyed 3. I think it was a very good end of a trilogy. I really do think it was a good end of a trilogy.
I really liked the Guardians thing because that came out of nowhere at the beginning, and it made it very popular. You know what I mean? So hey, did you end up buying the VR Darth Vader thing, or?
No, because I'm working on so many different projects. I just don't have time. I want to get more time to play it. I'm really enjoying the VR and the games I'm playing right now. I got to get it, but I want to be able to sit down and play it. Right now, I'm still in the middle of preparing the iArcade control panel. I'm still getting ready to push out the
Oh, gotcha.
Ikari
Yeah,
Warriors
yeah.
joystick. The GRS Thunder. What do we call it again?
The
Shotgun?
boomstick.
Boomstick. So I
Just think of what is it? Army of Darkness with what's his face? That's what he calls it. And he got it at Walmart.
And I'm trying to get. I'm hoping very quickly to get my Raspberry Pi 4. I don't want to say killer, but it's killer in price. You're gonna have a Raspberry Pi 4 performance. Actually, better than a Pi 4 performance.
That's cool.
About $39, and we will have it in quantity. It's not like you can't get it. We will have them, and we're going to be expanding out. We have potential partners working with us as well. So,
yeah, you probably don't want to put up Widow's comment.
I don't
put it up. No, put it up. It's funny.
Oh, it's totally going up now. There we go.
Read it.
Hold on. All right. For $6,000, you can have body paint at a hotel room full of hookers, blue or green, resembling Jabba's palace dancers, and have as much better experience, more bang for your buck. Some emphasis on bang for your buck as well.
Yes, you can.
And I know this. I know Vader Immortal is going to be fun. That's why I want to make sure I have some time to actually play it. I really want to. I do find that the VR, at least for me, I find it very engrossing. It's not like you're really on there, but you're. It's very natural to move and everything. So I want to experience that and not have to rush. Saying I got to get a video out or I got to get this testing information back.
You know what? If you get it hooked up to a PC, run some of the VR demos. There's one with a dinosaur that walks like above you, and then there's another one where you're like Batman and looking down at Gotham City on the edge. It is unbelievably
Everyone keeps
cool.
talking about this game Plank. Was that you? Someone's talking about this game.
Yeah. Walk the plank.
So
Walk the plank, I think it's called.
Green Sammy 87 says, "Do I think the new Tron is coming or dead?" They have a ride. They have that the Tron light cycle.
The new ride. It was being built when I went there last summer.
Right. So I think they are going to come out with Tron 3. The question is, like, the first film was always going to be number one to me. The second film, I thought the story was
okay.
It was okay. I thought the story was stupid in spots. Like, how did she leave the game grid with no atoms in reality? So I don't know. His is held in the beam. He went in. I get it. Maybe she took the father's. He never came back out. So maybe that's what happened. But how is Crew's whole army coming out? So stuff like that. So that's bad writing on their side. But yes, I do think a Tron 3 is coming out. Personally, I really would like to see some schmo take an old thumbstick, put it in. What's this MCP backup? Whoop, have the MCP come back out and be like, what the hell? Like, he's like nobody now. He's like a bum because he's from like 1980 and now we're in 2020 and his code is like, what are you programming in BASIC? What are you? That's what I would like to see.
VIC-20 code.
Exactly. You're trying to hack something. And what are you doing? What are you, a joke?
Yeah.
So that's what I would like to see. So I do think that Neutron is coming out. I really hope they kind of go back to the original storyline a little bit versus, I don't know what they're going to do.
Yeah, hard to say. So are you off to Game Room Dudes tonight, or are you?
Nope. After this, I have to finish packing and getting everything ready for tomorrow's thing. Which is
we got a yard sale going on.
But it's tomorrow. So if you guys are in Clifton, New Jersey, NAVA will be going full stream from 1 o'clock until 10 p.m. in Clifton, New Jersey. These are the guys, Digital Press Video Games. I will be there with all my new stuff and some of my old stuff that you guys can touch, play, and just don't rub things the wrong way, but you can play them. You can touch them. It's all good.
Rough them up
a little bit. Oh, where'd I go? Bang.
Wrong camera.
What are you doing the rest of the weekend, Steven?
Well, I got a yard sale to go to, and I'm going to give it a good college try to go see Guardians 3.
Oh, what is this? What is this? I'm not going to be here tomorrow. Tomorrow is the big Stormville flea market.
Was that tomorrow?
Yeah, and he's gonna be here. I'm not gonna be here tomorrow. I'm literally like right across the street. What?
Wow.
You know what?
Well, make it over there a little bit.
Maybe you should tell me what time you're coming. I'm not leaving until like 11 a.m. So if you happen to be here before I leave, I'd like to see
Get
you.
hold of them.
Yeah, let me know. Let me
Yeah.
know. But yeah,
Cool.
Stova Flea Market is not what it used to be before COVID. It was actually on these like flea market finds on like the Learning Channel. It got quite big, but afterwards it kind of fell down.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you do.
Well-
yes, you do. I did.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's at that time we got to go. I got to go.
It is. So
I got to
everyone,
get prepared more for
once
selling my crap
again-
tomorrow morning. So
Once again, we thank all of you guys for joining us every
Absolutely.
Friday. We love you guys. Just again, remember, it is Memorial Day on Monday. Thank a vet. Give a couple of thoughts to maybe someone who didn't make it back. But that's it for this week. We'll see you guys
Yeah.
next week. Now,
another week.
next week, we have a show, but I'm actually working all next weekend, which is going to be a nightmare. But maybe we'll have a guest on, perhaps, next week.
Maybe.
You have to tune in to find out. But guys, listen, thank you very much for watching. We appreciate every one of you guys. Killer comments tonight, as usual.
Yeah, it was fun.
So, Steve, what do we do now? What do we say?
Go home, go to sleep. No, I'm joking. Good night and game on, and take care of your loved ones. Tell them you love them. Give them a big fat wet kiss on the cheek
Say
or
it
the
came from
lip
Glenn.
or
Okay, who it was.
wherever. Lick them, whatever you need to do to show your attention, your affection, not attention. And yeah, be good to each other. Take care.
Have a good night, everyone. Game on.
Night.
Game on. Sit, Blue, sit. Good dog.